Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. We're going to get into the game in a second here, but I just wanted to take a moment and look at how nice the art for the fortresses is. I play the game pretty zoomed out because it's a lot more readable in my opinion, and especially on the water. I have some visual issues that make it hard for me to tell where the weather is sometimes in the zoomed in view, but man, like, the strategic boost facility looks so cool. And the food stockpile facility with like a farm built on top of it, this is so neat looking. You can see little, I don't know, if those are bugs, they must be some big freaking bugs for them to be visible from up here. And just even the base of the fortresses looks so neat. Man, this game is good looking. Alright, let's get back into it here. So, there's a possibility that we could claim a huge number of fortresses here, but we're gonna have to either get lucky or produce more boats, probably. So what are our naval fortresses, our naval quests? Let's just go over these real quick. Talk with 5 other fortresses is actually going to be a little bit tricky to get because we got it after talking to all of the fortresses in this cluster. This one could give us 2 free ships, but it's not, in my opinion, one that we're particularly likely to complete. We have to research shipyard and give a bathysphere, not that likely. Activate 2 wine boosters is a good idea, but it would take, I think, quite a while for us to pull that off. And this, sign a peace treaty in the next 4 turns. Let's just have a quick look into that. So, we have a couple of players who are indifferent to us, which is maybe the first time I've ever seen that. Usually, people hate us so much. So we can make a peace treaty happen. Let's see what the cheapest peace treaty we can find is. Okay, we could cough up some of our dye or our glass steel. How much glass steel does he actually want? 14? That's not too bad. We don't actually have any income yet. I guess that's an issue. But we could do it for 48. Which we will have. Yeah, okay, so we can get that. Which fortress was that? This one. It's this fortress? Is that right? I could have sworn... Okay, the wine thing is also showing as being this fortress. Let's... Hold on. No, in fact, the wine thing is not... It's just not snapping us to the fortress where I came from. Okay. In fact, none of these seem to... That button maybe isn't functional. Okay, fair enough. Alright, remember that we have an enemy ship down here. We just saw it. So I don't know that I want to attack this fortress, especially because I think that fortress would get to participate as reinforcements. We'll pull back to here and attack it. The situation is a little bit more favorable for us doing it that way. So it looks like we're going to be able to get a 48 influence peace treaty. I'll see if we can get it with somebody other than the... Oh, I totally forgot about that. But yes, we have moved our faction quest forward. Somebody built the museum. These things happen. Oh no, the wine wore off. And all of a sudden, we're miserable. Alright, 1 second. I guess let's get this over with. Okay, so he is starting in some fog, which is giving him bonus defense. I mean, I don't guess there's really much to this, though. Let's just go get him. Why did you have to start here instead of here? Well, okay. That's not totally ideal, but I guess I'll take it. I'm going to have to fight. If they can defend each other, I'm going to have to fight back up no matter which way I attack, so let's just do it. Okay, no, they do not defend each other. Alright, well, let's go down here and clear this real fast. And I think I'm going to merge up. I don't particularly want to fight random ships in the middle of nowhere one-on-one. I don't see there being any good reason for us to take even odds ever. Ooh. That's going to help us maybe get a better peace deal. Alright, so found a new city in an area providing at least 10 science at the city's founding. That's going to be on the island over here, I think. So we're working hard on Central Market because we do need to fix our approval. And then I guess it's maybe Shipyard after that. It looks like the enemies are not going. The AI is not going to force us to fight. Although Blue has taken regions from Purple already, so maybe we need to be wary of Blue. Also, Blue has some ocean. Yeah, that's not awesome. Alright, let's let a turn of... Get this guy with a bunch of city garrisons. Alright, let's let a turn of influence gain happen, and then we will see exactly what manner of deal we can negotiate. So you're going to fly out to, like, here. I kind of wonder if I want my hero to get involved in this at all. I kind of think I don't. Like, we should totally have this under control with just militia. So let's just not take any damage. Our hero will get the same amount of XP, whether he's actually involved in any hand-to-hand combat or not. Just being present in the battle gets you XP. You don't actually even have to really be present. You just have to be on the list. Heroes that are set to be reinforcements but have not yet shown up to the battle still get XP. I'm pretty sure I don't want to take this. This seems like asking for trouble. But we can grab some islands, and I think Blue will be a little bit less upset about that. Alright, we're going to suffer a little bit here. It's fine. Take a little bit of a dust hit. So let's move these guys to here. We'll move you just into range. Yeah, this is one that would take us a while to complete, so I won't bother. Well, okay. Pretty straightforward, this starting position. Let's make sure we go around the far side. I don't think it matters, right? He can't reach him. Yeah, he can't reach him anyway. And there's no weather to take advantage of. There's no particular reason we have to have this guy take a hit. We'll spread the damage out over our units, which allows us to heal it more quickly. Alright, so we've locked up an ocean with food stockpile facility and Palladian and glass steel. Not too shabby. Should we go... Oh, this is a one fortress region. Hell yeah, we should go for this one next. And it looks like we can do this with probably just these two ships. So I'm going to have this guy turn around and search this ruin. And find us 50 dust. Okay. That's pretty good right now. It turns out we need dust. We also need wine. Pleased that these extractors are getting a move on. Okay, can we fight this village? There's no way to fight this village. That's going to include Endigir's garrison, unfortunately. We could run a warlock over there. You know what? That might be worth doing. We're going to take a little bit more of a dust hit, though, from having the warlock out. I certainly don't want to lose the hero. Is he equipped? He's not, right? Yeah, he just has all the base gear. Why don't we go ahead and give him some improvements? How expensive would it be to just fix a 66? That's not so bad. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Let's try to solve this. Alright, well, this is rather further away from my reinforcements than I would like. So, just stay put for a turn, I guess. Yeah, these guys will move close enough that we can first strike them next turn. Yeah, I don't love the chain lightning opportunities that I'm giving them. Try to have these guys spread out a little bit more with their actions. We'll see how this actually ends up. Okay, 44 is not quite what I was looking for. Man, our damage is evenly spread. Man. Alright, well, it's a good time to get some zeros. Yeah, these guys are pretty good. Those are pretty good minor faction troops. Okay, but none of our home regions will be spawning hostile miners anymore. It's good. That's an important point of security to get to. Now we've got to fix our approval rating, or else our cities are just not going to grow the way I would like. Alright, so obviously we're going to go to Iron Taskmaster, because I think I've been very clear about my love of large amounts of plus life. So the strategic boost facility just gives you 50% more resources from every strategic resource facility that you have. We can actually go ahead and include our third ship here. Like, it is pretty good. It is a pretty good facility. Alright, let's do this manually to try to get the most effective possible play. I'm actually kind of wondering if we can trick him into moving into the lightning. By, like, positioning ourselves over here. So we're going to try to use tactics. Aw. It's not quite dumb enough. Alright, let's give it one more shot. So I'll just move slightly out of range. Aha, we did it! Genius. And we got him to move into a very surroundable position. A position where we don't have to be afraid of the lightning. Look at that, look at all those tactics. Okay. Now, it is a little bit of a downside, very slightly, that we don't have a lot of unrevealed facilities. Because, obviously, those are where the next level of resources are going to come from. It would be nice to have more of those. Oh, hey, feeds on bones. You know what? Let's get a lot of food very quickly, and then we'll push up to winter immunity. So what's your next play? We don't really need you to do a lot. I guess come over here and pick up all the dudes that have been spawning out of Midorden. Alright, next turn we're going to have central markets. And we'll definitely want to build... Oh, I'm totally spacing on the fact that I was going to do this, yeah, and get 20 Titan Bones. Well, 20 Titan Bones isn't enough to pop a booster, but that was not totally ideal. Blue is totally also eating purple. I don't really want the Necrophage player to have 2 players worth of territory, but I also don't want to be forced to intervene. Can't somebody else do it? So what's gonna be my build here? Well, we can just do here and here. Was that my plan? That doesn't really level up. This is in a really inconvenient space. That doesn't really level up the altar, which is a shame. Yeah, if this ruin wasn't here, we could build like little clusters of 4 here. And Midorden is just kind of like it's a small region. This is very awkwardly spaced. Alright, well, we can work toward upgrading this. We're going to have a lot of districts that aren't really getting us a ton of benefit, though. Actually, I suppose it's better to build here first than here, because this base doesn't actually add any stuff that's getting hit by the pillar. Alright, so we'll do that for a turn. Yeah, keep the die rolling. We've picked up Kazanji and Sisters as assimilate options, neither one of which I am very excited about. Okay, let's... Alright, if we can keep picking up Ocean, that would be really great. Ocean regions are great for resources, but they're also great for influence. You get a lot of influence from holding a bunch of fortresses. I love the idea of Fomorian quests, but I don't always love them in execution. And I hope that's not picking up on the mic, but my rats are apparently extremely thirsty right now. I'm drinking out, and they have this water bottle that makes this repeated clicking when they're drinking, and it's kind of annoying sometimes, especially when they decide that they must all drink in sequence. And so there is constant tapping from the water bottle for a period of maybe like 5 or 6 minutes as they all take turns drinking. Okay, awesome. Hyperium, this has Mithrite. This is fantastic. We're actually getting, like, pretty lucky, in my opinion. A lot of good things are happening for us now. In the sea. Maybe not in the game as a whole. I'm pretty concerned about this whole necrophage situation. But the water is being very kind. Maybe I don't need to micromanage my troops this much. Oh, that was a bad time to... Well, I mean, there's never a good time for a 0, I guess. Alright, good. Spread the damage out as best we can. Actually, hit him from the fog. I should have moved this ship away. Just in case that guy did 0 damage, you know? Prevent him from getting hit. Okay, so now we have income of everything except Adamantium from fortresses. It is a 3-fortress region. Well, let's go clear this one out first, so that it doesn't send any ships over. Okay, so we're about to have some wine. What am I going to do here? Unfortunately, the central markets are going to take a little while to build. Skyen probably needs to also prioritize this. But I think we're just going to have to, at this point, pull a couple of dudes onto Dust. As much as I don't really want to do that here, I think it's our only option. Actually, it's going to be really rough. We're going to only be able to put down 1 pillar, probably. Well, it'll have to do. Ah, man. So 3 ships means that its garrison has spawned probably both a fire ship and an artillery ship. Are you... Man, the moment I move away. So obviously I don't have to explain probably why that's bad. I don't know how we're going to defeat them with unupgraded boarding vessels. Maybe... I don't really want to pop these guys out. Like, I want to take an army out to the water and explore. But I don't love, obviously, what that does to my dust. Oh man, Endiger still has a lot of stuff to build. We'll get to that central market, but some other things have to happen first. Alright, Alright, so once we get markets finished in our two higher population cities, that should do a lot of correction. Unfortunately, give one bathysphere to the fortress is a quest that would take a long time to do, because we don't have access to the bathysphere design yet. Okay, it's just boarding vessels and artillery ships, but the two boarding vessels from over here got within range of the battle. So, that's not great. It's really not great. Yeah, and they came in as reinforcements, so we lose. Well, let's do as much damage as we can. Unfortunately, this probably means that we lose this fortress and probably that fortress as well, as the miners will rampage over the border. 106. Huh. You don't say. Well, I put this guy down here to try to prevent the artillery ship from just blowing us up for free. I was not prepared for how much damage we were going to take there. And what is the story with this boarding vessel? Why is it the best fighter of all time? It does crazy huge amounts of damage and doesn't take any damage. Ugh. The one of the really, really unfortunate possible consequences of a very high variance battle system. Sometimes it just feels like an enemy's units are a lot better than yours, even though they should be exactly the same. Alright, we can pull a couple guys back to... Like, we really need to get these ships out quickly if we want to be able to hold on to what we have. I do wish that it was a little harder for the neutral vessels to disrupt your completed ocean regions or something. Maybe completing an ocean region causes the fortresses to spawn a small garrison, like the equivalent of the 2 militia units or something. I don't know. But it feels like... It feels to me like it would be a good thing for a completed ocean region to give you like a bit of security. It gives you some security against players. It's going to be the right place to drop off, I guess, over here. You have an inconvenient cliff formation. Trying to keep an eye on this war between blue and purple. It's not great. If blue were any other faction, I might try to negotiate peace with them for now, just to make sure they don't turn on us as soon as things start winding down with purple. But since they can't be negotiated with, I'm not sure if we should try to negotiate peace with another player or just hold on to the influence and make sure we get a great empire plan, which is what I'm leaning toward. Shipyard in 1, so I guess we'll move to here. Put down just a single pillar. I don't love it, but... I keep seeing Pink's icon turn to a sword, indicating that they are engaging in combat. I'm curious if they're fighting... like, what they're fighting. I assume it's not probably minor factions, right? Are they at war with somebody? They're in fact at war with purple. Oh, purple's definitely screwed. Well, I don't hate the Forgotten getting wrecked. That appeals to me. Man, it sure does seem like a lot of ships spawned this time, doesn't it? See another group of 2 ships in addition to the group of 2 ships that was over here. Alright, let's see if we can sneak in and grab this while it's empty. Red has declared war on us. Okay. That's very inconvenient. Okay, influence returns to normal. I guess we can work toward meritocratic promotion. Our economy is kind of in a horrible place, though. So I think we're likely to lose a war. I don't know. It feels to me like I screwed this up somewhere pretty badly. I'm not sure where exactly, but... Right, like our approval level is low, but we don't have a lot of great territory to make up for that or anything. Yeah, we're about to lose a city that I don't know that we'll be able to take back, because we only have a very small number of units. Alright, let's... this game is probably a loss. Red declaring war on us kills us. It's possible that I could have negotiated peace with them, but with their intention to declare war on us, that probably would not have been feasible. So what did I do wrong that I could have done better? I do feel like I needed to expand quickly. With blue and purple and red all aggressively expanding toward us, we needed to carve out some amount of land that we could hold, because you need land to have an economic base. This is not even worth manualing. There's nothing meaningful is going to get done. Yeah, the water stuff is going okay. Except for this last battle, going pretty far off the rails in terms of randomness and expected value. But man, the rest of this stuff, like... I guess our approval value is not so bad if we only have 3 cities. Yeah, what did I do here? How did I screw this up? Well, part of it is I probably didn't prioritize getting strategics aggressively enough. When you have no strategics in your home region, you probably have to be a little bit more aggressive with making sure that you get the income so that you can build troops that have better weapons. But I mean, I didn't end up building a lot of troops here, but it also doesn't really feel like I had a lot of time, right? Like we have a couple of cities that are just... One city that's just finished its very basic infrastructure stuff. One city that's still working on that very basic infrastructure. I'm trying to envision the series of decisions we would have made on this map in these conditions that would have led to a significantly better outcome. And I honestly don't know what they are. Build more troops is easy enough to say, hey, just build some more troops. But that means we have a less powerful economy, which our economy was already on the weak side in the first place. Building more troops may well have made it so that we weren't able to keep up with blue, or red, because the Valter AI does tend to go a little bananas. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly am not, I'm not sure. We're definitely further behind on science than I would like to be. That certainly plays a part. Well, I mean, I don't know what I'm going over here for. There's no way I can take this fortress, right? Oh, look, and the second we move out of range, here comes a boarding vessel to ruin everything. They definitely knew the moment it was safe to come after the fortress. That's a shame. I am trying to attack you. Okay. And now we have to go back here and reclaim our fortress again. Yeah, so he has... Wow, 138 damage. That's enough to one-shot my troops if he gets the damage and a half result on the table. That's not awesome. His Dawn officers are not amazing. And he does only have 2 of the Marines, or she rather. And her own stats are not great, but like, there's no way I can win a fight against these guys with that kind of stat imbalance. Yeah, the archers are going to tear us apart, and we have, what, to compare, we have 37 damage and 66. So even if we got to the archer, we're still looking at 2 hits, even if we do damage and a half on all of our attacks. So the archer's killing us twice as fast as we're killing them, and yeah, I don't know, this one got away from me. The speed with which you can expand is definitely based on how good the territory you're expanding to is. We took a number of expansions that weren't very anomaly rich, that just weren't very resource rich, because we were trying hard to expand in such a way that we would be able to build up an economic base, but the land was just too poor. And unfortunately, land being poor doesn't affect the Endless AI at all, because the vast majority of their resources come from the fact that we're on Endless. Well, I think I'm going to scoop. And that's disappointing. A video and a half into a game, the game's over. Like, even if we can even if we can stop Red from straight up killing us, we are too crippled now to participate. Like, it would be us limping back into the game and then another player winning on turn 100 while we developmentally are on turn 70 or something. Yeah, man, what a bummer. So, this game, what do we do if the land is bad? I guess we just have to expand less. But expanding less is definitely going to make us lose the game if we get settled into a small area. Like, if we expand less, focus on building up the individual cities more, and doing so allows the computer to force us into, let's say, 3 regions, or even to cap us reasonably at 4 regions, the difference between our total resource power and their total resource power will be so large that the game is probably not winnable.
They are weak.
I mean, I hate to say this, but I kind of feel like we just can't, like, the land just has to be better. We have to have better territory than that. Wow, 10 wine, that's a good start. Alright, so let's just shake it off and try to have a better game here. Oh, that's unfortunate. So you can't have a unit split off into a space that's not standable, even if that's not where their move is supposed to end. Okay, well, this is some pretty good starting territory. A settlement right here yields 3 anomalies, and a total industry of 6 is pretty bad, but science is so high here we definitely wouldn't have to devote to science, so we could just build or we could just focus our citizen on industry. Yeah, I think that's probably the right play. And it is a lot of science. I like a high science start. You can't neglect industry and food, so science and dust are sort of luxuries. That's why we don't often get high science starts. But boy, starting on 3 anomalies will let you get through a lot. Still, that's pretty slow industry. I think I do want to get Language Square first, but we're going to want to maybe put some dust into that mill foundry. Maybe I overcommitted dust to pillars by building a second pillar so early in the game. Okay, so we're going to pop our wine right away. Yeah, popping our wine will put us back up to happy. We should check our legendary deeds. Have at least 30 units of a resource to get 130 gold. That's pretty good. Pacify 8 villages to get technical training. Okay. Our home region is not showing any strategics, but we do still have 2 tiles to reveal. Now, hopefully this game we can get a little bit more time. A little bit less frantic counter settling would be helpful to us. Alright, so we got 30 dust and break wall, which is, as I always say, a fine shield. Alright, so we need to parlay with 2 villages. Obviously, it would be nice if one of them was our... Really, is that... The only way up to the village in our home region is from this tile? And there's a cliff face here, so we can't even... Wow. That's really crappy. Yeah, we just don't have a strategic in our home region again. That's fine. We're going to figure it out. We're going to just make sure to prioritize getting our strategics going. Okay. Well, we'll parlay with villages that aren't in our home region. So here's some Dorgeshi. Oh, we might get lucky on that one. And I think I am going to pop the wine. I was waffling on this a little bit because if we could find like blood crystals or something in a ruin, we could hold the wine for later. But the difference between fervent and happy is plus 15% to all of your resource incomes. So I think probably worthwhile. And I was not laying down a pillar just yet because I was kind of thinking that we might try to go for 2, but I really shouldn't. Let's just drop it. We don't need it that much this game, but we should definitely have it. Just being greedy. You know who I love greedy play. Pretty much no matter what game I'm playing. Alright, so 80 dust, and there's some stuff over here. Who wants to go back and get that? I guess these guys will. But first, they're going to talk to this village and grab this ruin that's over here. Hold on. Does this give them 8 gold? Okay. Well, maybe that can happen. Alright, we don't yet see another player. That's a pretty good start, I think. Go this way. Wasn't able to turn her before she actually entered the tile. So do I just got a big influence, or a big influx of dust. Do I want to use that to put down another pillar? No, let's hold it. That's right. I want to rush the mill foundry, so need to have some money for that. I guess it's not so bad now, 4 turns, but could be better. Alright, let's, wow. Good research times. Researching sewers earlier, when I'm going to be aggressively settling like that, instead of saying, I'll just get sewers and market, that might have made a difference. I would have been able to keep us a happiness level higher for the last 10 or 15 turns. Yeah, okay. If you're gonna fast expand, you must get sewers. That's probably the lesson that we needed to learn there. We don't need the science so badly, but having the science, just like leaning into our high science start might be really valuable. What are the odds that I'm going to be able to hire another hero soon, though? I think probably pretty poor. This'll go ahead and be an army hero. So as far as settling locations, thinking ahead, this region has a pretty good one here, where we get 2 anomalies and 2 resource tiles. Okay. Not huge luck with the ruins so far, but not horrible. So do I want to buy this out now? Yeah, let's just let's go really hard. Let's try to get this city up and running. Okay. I think meeting our neighbor might be valuable. Now I'm reevaluating everything. Give them 8 glass steel. Well, that's unfortunate. Why doesn't anybody want to ask for things that we actually have? I guess right now that's nothing, but you know, in general. I mean in general, not just right this second. Alright, so we'll get our 2 extra troops. We'll talk to the minor faction village here. We will flee from the red hero. Okay, we're definitely not doing that. That is a high cost to complete that quest. It's hard to justify when we have so little. And also when the village that we would pacify with the quest is totally just an enemy asset. Is way too far away from us to be of any use to us. Not too shabby. So we got our 2 units, and now we must search some ruins. So that puts us on 3 villages, was it? I will give you 50 dust. Alright. We got lucky, we got the easy one. Man, the terrain is really cliffy, this game. So, what am I trying to do here? No, in fact, that was a 1-village region that we pacified with the quest. How unfortunate. Eight is looking somewhat unlikely with this start. Haven't had a lot of luck so far getting quests that are easy to do. Alright, I don't want to snap our hero back, I don't think, because I really do. If we're going to have any chance of getting this legendary deed, we gotta find this village and pacify it quickly. So I guess we'll fight the minor faction with just these 3 units. Get 15 glass steel, which will allow us to pacify this single village. That's a real shame. Okay, go parlay with those dudes to get some more wine. Absolutely, I will do that. Ooh, 70 dust. Okay, so if we give these guys the glass steel they wanted, we get this quest done, assuming this is a 2-village region, that would put us on 4. This could be a 3-village region, which would put us on 5. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to get to 8 pacified villages. I think we may be out of luck on this one. It's okay. 15% initiative is not going to make or break our game. It is nice. Alright, these guys are going to get attacked. I think we should be able to handle it. So 15 wine. I don't think it makes sense to cast a spell, but let's do this manually so that we can make sure our guys are grouping up on the enemies correctly. So unfortunately, these dudes have 4 move and really can't be prevented from attacking a target they want to attack. Well, this one is first. So I guess let's all target him. Please don't land a bunch of stuns, of course. Alright, good clawback. Yeah, that stun may by itself have killed us, honestly. Okay, well, that is really crappy. At least we get to give him the claw. Not the end of the world. But certainly crappy. So we're going to want to steer this guy back toward the home region. And reunite the hero with him. Okay, that's an easy enough quest to fulfill, but, wow. Didn't they spawn here? They ran forward and attacked us and then covered all this space? Okay, there's the village. I was about to say, I cannot believe how large this region is. But we see some good terrain. Endegear has... well, no, Endegear doesn't really have a great settling spot. But this region has a nice one over here by the coast. Take advantage of a couple anomalies and the river, maybe. The good news is that we don't seem to be surrounded by... or from too many sides here, although I suppose it's possible that there's somebody a very short distance to the south of us. Alright, is this a good time to set out my second settler? That's probably a good time to build a warlock. And then a settler? That'll give us enough time to finish one more point of population, which will get the, which will mean we spend fewer turns in settler mode because we'll have more industry per turn. And that timing should allow us to plant the settler like right on turn 20, so that we can get the best combination of price and effectiveness from our, what do you call it? From our empire plan. Okay, that put us to 4. So this was a 3-village region. Alright, let's assign you over to here. Ah, yes, what is next? So we do have enough dust that we could push Mercenary Market, but why don't we finish getting infrastructure stuff? Use the dust for pillars, I guess. Okay, if we were going to expand, how would I do it? Ugh. I hate the visual garbage that being under siege produces. I guess probably toward the coast? I don't know. Here and here should make fine spaces for the pillars. So that's a lot of extra science. Unfortunately, we gotta get over here. Okay, that was very annoying. Hero took all the damage, which is nice. Alright, so pacify 5 villages within your empire. If we settle Rocknall, that will be basically done already. We're definitely going to want to move in that direction quickly-ish. I certainly don't want to lose the region to somebody else. I don't know how quickly we want to expand. It is, like, 3 regions away. Alright. Find the monsters in the ruins. This is one of those quests that rewards you multiple times, and I like those a lot. But should we just blow this village up? Yeah, we're not bound to do anything particularly important right now. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. So man, there's a lot of really inconvenient cliff faces. Alright, I don't know exactly where the settler is going yet, but it's definitely going to be west. Yeah, I think that's right. We have a lot of science spaces available to us. I'm not sure if the Geomic Labs building gives plus science to terrain that only has science because of a pillar. It might. Yeah, I really don't know. Alright, so merge the Warlock in here, and then I guess just expand to Sulin. This is like a perfectly fine... Oh, except it's not perfectly fine. It has actually 0 industry. And we don't quite have the dust necessary to buy out... Well, I mean, it is a high dust location. We'll get the dust quickly. Yeah, let's go for it. Alright, so nobody's gotten the legendary deed yet. And we're going to have a chance to get pacification just by picking up our empire plan. So we might be really close on this. Yeah, and then we get to drop this village right after setting up our empire plan. Yeah, there's a chance. No, somebody just got it. Well, that sucks. Okay. This early, I don't know if any of the tier 2 techs are what we want right now. I think we may just want to keep picking up good tier 1 stuff. If we were going to get a tier 2 tech, like the ones we always get early are alchemical alloys, which we don't have the resources to take advantage of. Meritocratic promotion, which we don't have the troops to take advantage of. Like, let's just get Alchemist Furnace so that we can start picking up that titanium. Yeah, we're going to have to give them a little bit of a boost with that. It's not really that bad, though. We're making quite a bit of dust. And hey, look, we did it. Out of curiosity, does this still show our ranking? It does not. So we don't know exactly how close we were. It's possible that that completed it, right? Didn't we have 5? Or no, you know, we had 4 because I never bothered to destroy the other village. So there's no chance that it could have given us a success anyway. I guess that's, you know, that's a way that I can choose to comfort myself. Alright, hold on. We'll figure this out in a second. Let's move this quest along. Alright, another 15 glass steel. This time, Damon's. Because the quest might be too easy otherwise. So they only have 2 move. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good outcome. Unfortunately, we're about to get chain lightninged. Alright, and I'm absolutely attacking Red Settler. I really would like it if you would not settle over here. Oh good, they have 2 armies within range. Wait a minute, they have a city in the range of the battle? Are you sure? Okay, he just retreated, but let's not do that again. I guess... Oh, they have a city tile right here? I guess they must, because there's exploitation here. Yeah, if the tile was right here, this would be exploited. So their city must be at least 3 hexes already then, because it has to be here and here. It needs that interconnect. Man. Okay, so we are getting encroached on, but it looks to me like we might be able to sort of blob this way over time and be okay. I'm really not sure what we're going to do about the fact that red is settling into our border, though. If I move away from the settler and try to let him come toward us... Yeah, I think on my turn, my first move is going to be here, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so what are we building in the capital? Could start building a burrow, but I don't know that we really need to. Maybe not as badly as we need more units. Oh, I should upgrade our units with at least all the tier 2 iron stuff, though. So that I'm building units that, first of all, are better, and secondly, are cheaper to retrofit. Okay, that doubled the number of turns to produce units. That's not awesome. I mean, the other thing I could do is produce a settler, right? Kothayan doesn't have amazing terrain. There is a pretty interesting settler here that has actual 0 food. Settling right on top of the anomaly, though, that's not horrible. We could settle right here or right here and take advantage of the short movement to the water. The other option is to go down to Endigir. And in Endigir we could settle... I don't know, here maybe? Take advantage of the Black Earth, but also still get some industry. I don't think this is a very good settle. It's not enough industry and food. Having our empire be sort of long and narrow makes it difficult to defend, so I'm a little bit not jazzed about that idea. So, troops or a settler, I think is really what it comes down to. You know what? I just looked over at the clock, and maybe I'll just take some time to think about this. So come back next time. I'm going to play a little more carefully, a little more thoughtfully, and hopefully we can have a game that's more similar to our first game as these guys than it is to our second. And we'll see you then.